Hello, Namaste, Adab. I'm Saket. Today I'm here to explain you about a few things which we have done in recent days. It is our mentor has taught a few data warehousing techniques and Python statistics through which we can import the large amount of data into a short thing and the by which we can visualize the data sets. Uh, We are exploring the world of big companies using special computer tricks. We'll find out which companies are super popular and how they make lots of money with the help of Python. We'll crack open the secrets behind these big shots and these big shots and see what makes them so special. Let's go start on this awesome journey into a world of big business. So, uh, to get into this, we'll start with an example. Uh, for example, your boss has been given you 50,000 lines of data. The data consists of uh, 50,000 companies which are present in our world, their revenue uh, in USD dollars, and their revenue percentage, and their where the company is situated, and where its headquarters, and how many number of workers are present in it, and what are the how many number of companies are there, and how many number of companies are present at headquarters, and how many number of companies are present all over the world. So your boss has given this data. It is so hard to find out the data where a particular company is and where the particular company's headquarters is. By this Python, by this import pandas as PD, import matplotlib .pyplot as PLT, and import Seaborn as SNS. This import pandas as PD, which imports the entire data file or the CSV file into the Python, and import matplotlib.pyplot, which imports and helps us to data visualize and to form graphs, pie charts, bar graphs, horizontal bar graphs, vertical bar graphs with different types of colors, with different types of representations in a percentage. We can visual the entire large amount of data into a short term to our clients. So here is a data. See here data is this is a thing which I have been taken. I've been copied my path of the CSV file which I wanted to uh, visual or to show to you. This is my 100 biggest companies present in the world and its copy path which have been provided here, and df is equals to pd dot read csv data, which reads the entire data which is present in that particular csv file which is provided by your boss or particular people. Here first of all, you don't know what's data. See, randomly your boss has came and given you the data. You don't know what the actual data is and what that data consists of, and it is a data of companies based on uh, what we say based on electronics, or based on it is communications, or based on a random. We don't know what actual the data consists of. To know what's the file actual data in it, we use df.info. This df.info will let us to know what data is present in it. So our data consists of rank, name, industry, and its revenue, and its revenue in USD millions, and its revenue growth every year, and the number of employees present in that particular company, and where the company's headquarters is. But this df.info will be getting a short term short-term thing, what our CSV file consists of and what's the matter in it, and by which we can elaborate to our clients to explain our clients what our data consists of. See, here is df.head. Uh, you got to know. See, here you got to know what our data consists of by the side headings. Here you'll be getting the entire data in 5 rows. See, here row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. Your boss has been given a data. You got the side headings of the data. You wanted to know what the data has been present in it in a 5 lines. df.head provides us the data in 5 lines. The whole it doesn't provide the whole data, but it just gives a glimpse outlines of the data in a 5 lines. See, a rank is one, and the name of the company is Walmart, and it is which industry? It is an retail industry. Its revenue in USD millions is 61 611 to 89. Its revenue growth per every year is 6.7%, and it has total number of employees as 21 21 0000, and its headquarters is at Accra, Accra, and Amazon. You know Amazon. It is a retail and cloud computing company, and its revenue is 513983, and its revenue growth is 9.4%, and the total number of employees present in it is 154000, and it is its headquarters is present in Washington. See, this is the data is which your boss has been provided to you, and you can see the entire data by this dev.head. And dev.describe option helps us to describe our entire data. This function generates descriptive statistics that summarize the central tendency, description, shape of the dataset distribution, excluding NaN values. This provides a summary of numerical columns in the data frame, including count, mean, standard deviation, minimum, and various percentile values. See, our data has 100 companies, so the count is 100%. Its mean means 100 divided by 2, it is 50. Its standard deviation is 29, uh, and each data is consist of minimum 1, and if we divide it into 25%, it is 57876. If we divide it into 50%, it gives 50 8824 in USD millions. If we divide it into 75%, it gives 138763. If we divide into maximum, it gives the entire 100 companies USD millions revenue. See, this is the entire 100 companies USD revenue in millions. See, the entire company's revenue growth is 97%. See how large it is. By this, we can get a glimpse on it. See, the entire company's employees mean is 16,8030, and see standard deviation is, see how much big it is. See, this many number of companies are present in our entire data. See how big it is. I've been said this def had in previous, but def had this four gives us the four companies revenue in the descending order. Means first it gives a company which is earning a huge amount in USD millions. See, a Walmart is a company which provides a 61 611,289. Amazon is a company which provides which generates 513983, and ExxonMobil is a company which generates 413680, and Apple company is generating 394328. See, in this way, now let's change uh, this 4 into, see, this 4. See, we got three companies data in a decent model. So let's go into this index. I have been I have said in the previous clip about the Matplotlib.py and Seaborn. The by that libraries we can uh, create graphs in this way, and we can add colors in them. These colors are given in the data, uh, and this graph is which we have created. Head count is 10. The total graph consists of 10 bar graphs. Size, this size is 10. So on X label we have given the industries, and at Y label we have given the count of the industries. See, top 10 industries by count. See, financial industry has 10%, and retail industry consists of 9.8%. Petroleum industry consists of 10%. Yeah, 10%. Technology industry consists of 8% in the whole data, and pharmaceutical industry consists of 6.5, and healthcare is around 6.5. Yeah, 6.5, and healthcare is about 6% in the entire data. See, our whole data in our whole data, finance is at first place, and retail at second place, and petroleum is at third place, and technology is at fourth place. Through this, we can know which is at the top list and which is at the least list in through our CSV file. See, df.describe I have been set for you in the past video. See, past clip. This is the pie chart which we have created by the. This is the pie chart which we have created by the code. See here, industry count. We are counting the uh, distribution of industries. Here is industry count, DF industry value count, PLT figure. Figure size we have given it as 10 by 10, means the data will be classified into 10%, or more than 10%. See, it is 11%. The entire graph is of entire pie chart is of 10%. In that size of 10, the data is divided. Okay, see, in our in our CSV file, finance is of 11%. In bar graph also we saw finance is having a biggest a number of companies in our CSV file. It's 11%. See, it has covered a huge number of space in the pie chart. And next is a retail. See, it is 10%. And next, petroleum industry. It is also 9%. Technology, it is 8%. So, uh, if your client is unable to understand bar graph, you can explain your client by seeing by showing this pie chart. So with this pie chart, your client can understand your data easily, and he can get get your data, and he can understand your data what your CSV file is explaining about. So this is the pie chart which I have been created to explain it to my client. See, airline it consists of 3% in our entire data, and transportation is only 2% in our CS. It's too less. And the least one is laboratory instruments. It is the last and least one in our CSV file, which is consist of less amount of workers, less amount of revenue growth. And here I have created state count. It is headquarters. I am counting the number of companies uh, which are present in a state by state. See, here are the number of companies. Here are the number of companies, and at x-axis there are states, and at the y-axis there are number of companies. See, here PLT size I have been given 12, and 12 by 6, and SNS is a Seaborn dot bar plot. It creates a bar plot, and x equals to state dot index, y equals to state counts dot values. See, x label consists of states, and y label consists of number of companies. See, New York consists of a New York City consists of a huge number of companies. It is more than 14, and Texas state consists of more than 12% companies, and California consists of 10% of companies. Illinois consists of 9 9% of companies, and Min- Minnesota consists of 5% of companies, and the least is Oxynon. Uh, it is around 1 point, and at the middle range we are having Florida, Virginia, Georgia, Washington. These are the middle order states which consist of companies company percentage of 3.5%. See, New York is a country which consists of a huge number of companies. So i- if your data, your boss has given you a data. In that data, uh, your some of the data doesn't have any commas. The entire data is in a clumsy manner, and the whole data is compressed together. So you wanted to divide the data by separating them by a comma, or by a full stop, or by apostrophe, whatever you want, and you wanted to make that data into a free manner. So my boss has provided me the data. In that, the headquarters data is clumsy, so I wanted to divide my headquarters data by a comma. See, dif, DF headquarters city, headquarters state, headquarters city, and headquarters state. I wanted to divide it by comma. See, str dot split. It divides my data by a comma. See, here is a Bentonville and Arkansas. See, first in my CSV file, this Bentonville and Arkansas both were attached together. When I given a code of str.split, then Bentonville and Arkansas were divided with the comma. See, Now Spring, comma Texas has been divided by comma, by which our client can understand the data more easily than the clumsy data. See, now next I have been given. Now I have choose the top 10 companies by employees on the basis of the employees count. Uh, so your client will be asking, I wanted to divide my data on based on the number of people present in the company. Uh, so you have been requested you to divide the companies on based on the employees. So we can do it easily. See, here is a top 10 employees. We have taken 10 companies based on the employees, and we have given the size 13 by 6, and x consists of employees, and y axis consists of companies. See, companies. Walmart consists of a huge number of employees, whereas Hathway consists of a less number of employees. By this I have divided my entire data, and I have been provided it to my client based on the number of employees present in my uh, uh, pre- present in the company. Walmart has two percent, which is more than enough, and Hathway consists of a less number of companies, through which we can divide the CSV file based on the employees also, because employees also available in this. Next, top 10 is equals to dev dot head 10, and now we are dividing our data on the top ranked based on the top ranked companies by revenue. We can divide our data based on our revenue also. Here Walmart has more revenue, which is around 6 lakhs, whereas Amazon has 5 lakhs 50,000, and mobile has 4 lakhs, and Apple has 4 lakhs. So we can divide our data on the based of the top ranked companies by revenue. We can divide our data by the companies which has more number of employees. It is a request which clients ask us, and we do for the client. Here, uh, plt dot bar top 10 name of the company, top 10 revenues in USD dollar, color I used maroon, width is zero point 0.6, the entire width is zero point 0.6. On x-axis I took company name, on y-axis I have took the revenue in USD dollars, and I have been plotting and I have been plotted the top ranked companies by revenue. Plot x6 rotation 45. This rotation will be of this size will be of 45, and plt dot show. When we click plt dot show, the entire graph will be shown. So next, client has been put a request, and he wanted to uh, he wanted to classify the CSV file into a distribution of companies across industries. Now he wanted to classify which industry consists of how many companies. So financial sector has more number of companies in our CSV file than retail, then petroleum, then technology, then pharmaceutical company. So he has requested us to take out the data based on the number of companies present in more number in which sector. In which sector more number of companies are present. In financial sector, there are more than 10% of companies. In retail, there are 10%. In petroleum, there are 10%. So we have divided our data on the basis of the companies present across industries. So now client has requested us to create a uh, line graph revenue based on the revenue. So the FedEx Mac company has the low revenue, and the TD Syntax has a large revenue, and the revenue growth is from ascending order to descending order, and the revenue is been increasing company to company, and the graph is increasing from ascending order to descending from the lowest to highest. See, Qualcomm, then Energy, then Cisco. See, this is having the lowest income, this is having the highest income. So it is at the top and it is at the low, and these are at the middle order. In this way, the graph is getting raised. So next, the client has requested us to uh, divide the CSV file based on the industry and the revenue in USD dollars. First, he has requested us to divide the industry based on aerospace and defense, agriculture cooperative, agriculture manufacturing, and airline. Uh, See, in aerospace and defense, it is 65,948 and 66 66608. And at agriculture corporate, it is 47, and at agriculture manufacturing, it is 52577, and in airlines, it is 48 169%. In this way, we can divide our data based on the industry and the revenue. And later on, the client has ordered us to divide the entire data in the form of in the industry and how much revenue it's generating. Retail and cloud computing industry is generating 5,13,983 million USD dollars, and electronic industry is generating 39 lakhs 43,028 USD million dollars, whereas health industry is generating 27 lakhs 67,011 USD dollars, and the least is automotive industry. See, by this we can divide our uh, CSV file based on the client's order. In this way, we can visualize our the Excel data sheet or the data which is present in a huge number. We can convert that huge number into a simplified simply we can simplify that huge amount of data into graphs or a bar graphs, or we can find out what are the data and what is the data present in it. So that's all for the video. So I'm going to sum it up. Our dive into the data vault of top companies uncovered some cool stuff. We found out which industry rule the game and how some companies are making it big with their revenue. Python helped us to make sense of all the number and charts, giving us a sneak peek into what makes this giant sticks. Thanks for hanging out with us on this data adventure. See you soon for more fun insights. Thank you, and I'm your Sakib.